There we go. What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Sean Taylor. Listen, Sean, the homeschool guru, that chick that homeschools, all that good stuff, right? I just wanted to come on here and tell you, hey, what's up? And say thank you so much for joining me. We have some great information for you today. I wanted to come talk to you again. I've been posting about the tailor-made homeschooling virtual conference that is going on right now, y'all. Again, this has been in the works for over a year, but I've just been able to push it out, y'all. Hold on, I'm trying to make sure that I'm live. For some reason, I can never see when I'm going live. Like never, ever, ever, ever. I can never see it. Bear with me. But anyway, this particular conference I've been working on forever, and I've just been able to do what I needed it to do, right? I've just now being able to move in the way that I want to move, and it's finally live, and I'm super excited about it, right? So listen, if you're here, say, hey, what's up? Let me know that you're here. And let's get this conversation started. Let's have some Q&A, okay? Let's talk about homeschooling. Let's talk about what helps, what doesn't help. Let's talk about what we need, what we don't need, all that good stuff, okay? Hey, Kelly, thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad that you are here. If you could, please share. Let's get some people in the room. I'm going to share myself. I don't know where I just shared, probably on my page because I'm cool like that. Hold on. But yep, let's have this conversation. Let's get some people in the room. Let's have a nice little convo about, oh, nope, I shared it right. Okay. All right. So again, the purpose of this conference, more than anything else, is to help you find your custom fit for homeschooling, right? So a lot of people believe, again, when you're homeschooling, that one size fits all, and it doesn't. Like, it doesn't fit all at all. It doesn't. And unfortunately, people get into homeschooling thinking that they can just do it like regular homeschool. And when I say people, I'm talking about me and talking about Sean Taylor. I thought that I could come home and manage homeschooling like I managed the people that worked underneath me, who I led in certain departments or whatever the case might be. And I found out very quickly that that's not how it works. That's not how it works at all. Okay. And so it's important for me as a coach, a homeschool coach, to make sure that you understand that it's not one size fits all, and that some things that work for you may not work for you later on. Some things that work for me may not work for you. It's also important for me to help you understand also that curriculum is not for everybody, right? Like, every curriculum is not for every single person, right? It could be for anyone. So I'm here. This is an impromptu live Q&A. You are more than welcome to ask whatever question that you want to ask pertaining to the conference. I'm going to be very specific, right? Because sometimes I get crazy questions pertaining to the conference, pertaining to homeschooling in general, pertaining to how to work and homeschool. So those three are what we're looking at. Okay. So I see Kelly's question: homeschooling with a special needs child. So, Kelly, what I will say to you about this, if you follow me in any kind of way whatsoever, I am big on being who I say I am and doing what I say that I'm going to do. I'm very big on that. I'm also big on being honest and true with what I go through, because I feel like my transparency and telling you that sometimes I have rough days will help you get through the things, and also let you know that you're not alone. And so for me, because I don't have a special needs child, that's not a subject that I typically speak on. Because it's not something that I'm familiar with or something that I deal with on a daily basis. However, what I did in this conference was I enlisted some great speakers who deal with special needs children every single day, who are educating them every single day, who can speak to your heart, who can speak to your mind and speak to your body, because they're going through but can speak to you because they are going through exactly what you are going through in your day-to-day basis. And so I'm going to log on real quick and tell you exactly what sections or what stuff we have for special needs, because I think it's going to be really helpful. I have watched them. I have listened to them, and I think they're amazing. They seem to be helpful to me. But again, because I'm not a a special needs mom, I don't know, right? Like, I don't know what to tell you to do. I don't know what to tell you what works. I don't know how to do all that. So I'm going to log on here real quick. Give me a second. And I'm going to tell you exactly what we have for you parents that are doing special needs. Okay. Not doing special needs, right? You're living life, homeschooling your children with a special needs child. So let's see. Bear with me. I should have had this ready, but I didn't. Let's see. So I have, I think, a total of 4 or 5 sessions specifically dedicated to special needs. And so let me give you the ones that I know. Okay. Not the ones that I know because I'm looking them up, but let me give you what I've got. Let's see. So, okay. So the first one that I know of that's going to be in there is Homeschooling Autism from Kindergarten to Graduation. And this is by a speaker by the name of Penny Rogers. So she has actually homeschooled. So she's not telling you what she thinks. She's telling you what she knows because she's done it, right? So she is homeschooling autism from kindergarten to graduation. That's one of her sessions. Her second session is how to pick developmentally appropriate curriculum for your child with autism. So I think that's dope. Like, to me, listening or looking at those, especially that second one, how to pick developmentally appropriate curriculum for children with autism, I think is a great that one in particular is great. And I think, honestly, there's a lot that lines up with how I tell my clients to pick curriculum for autism, children with autism. And so this one is a really big one. This one is great. So and I just saw an error. So I'm going to fix this really quick, y'all. Bear with me. To your child. Bear with me, guys. I just saw something in that I need to correct. So that is fixed. And then let me go to the other speaker that I have. The other speaker that I have is amazing. If you know her, you've heard me mention her several times. She's actually one of the admins in my group, Kimberly Tardy, I'm sorry. And she has some sessions as well. She has 3 sessions. So hold on, let me find her sessions on special needs. Bear with me. And again, this is Shawn Taylor. We're just talking live Q&A. You're more than welcome to ask questions pertaining to homeschooling, pertaining to working in homeschooling, and pertaining to the tailor-made homeschooling virtual conference. Okay. And so I'm answering Kelly's question right now. Kelly just mentioned homeschooling with special needs. And so I gave her 2 sessions, right? And then here are 3 more. So homeschooling with special needs in general, right? Creating your perfect homeschool budget. So that's not necessarily special needs, but she will be talking to you about budgeting. And then single parent homeschooling. So that's different as well. But she has got a realm of things, right? So she's a single parent mom, homeschooling a child with special needs and making it happen. And just let's just be honest, okay? Homeschooling is difficult in itself, right? All by itself, it's difficult. And then you add on being a single parent, right? Which none of us plan on being a single parent. Well, maybe some do, but most people don't plan on being a single parent. So being a single parent and homeschooling, and then on top of that, having a child with autism. So she's a single parent. She is a homeschooling mama, and then she's a homeschooling mama of a special needs child. So that's going to be a great session. That particular session is going to be amazing as well. So what other questions do y'all have for me pertaining to homeschooling? What I will say to you right now is I'm going to be very honest with you. It's important and it's imperative that when you're homeschooling and you feel that you are stressed or you feel the kids are stressed, that you take the breaks that you need to take. So we all know our children by now, right? We all know how they kind of move about. We all know how they act when they get tired, sleepy, irritated, all that good stuff, right? We know that. It's important that in those moments that you take that time to say, we're going to take a break. And this is what that break is going to look like, okay? And so again, this is something very intentional we have to be with. Like, this is me. I'm going to be very honest with you. We've got a bunch going on in our life. Not on top of this conference, I've got a bunch going on in my life. We literally woke up on Monday of last week and said, you know what? We are supposed to take break in 2 weeks in the middle of June. We're not going to take break in the middle of the week. In the middle of the month. We're going to take it now. We're done. I'm sick of you. You're sick of me. We're sick of the curriculum. We don't want to wake up. We're irritated. Like, you guys are acting a fool. Mom's agitated. So we're just going to take a break. And so it's important that when you're homeschooling, that you know that it's okay for you to take a break whenever you need that break. Okay. And so Latavia, hey, Latavia, she says homeschooling, especially a child with a reading disability. Ooh, that's a good one. I don't think I have that in there, Latavia. I'm not going to lie. I don't think I have that in the conference. But what I will say is I bought some new books, y'all. I stay buying books. Don't tell my husband. Every time he sees Amazon comes up, he gets mad. But it's usually books, like literally books, right? But I don't think it's in here. I think it's in my bedroom because I was going to look at it. I bought a new book to help with comprehension because there's some things that I want my son to pick up on that I'm noticing that is not the best right now. I think it's in my bedroom. And so Latavia, I don't have that in the conference, but what I would tell you to do is get him a tutor if you can afford it. Start looking into some ways. There's a specific book that I just bought about reading comprehension, and it's in my bedroom. My goodness, to help with that. Okay. I apologize. I will try to remember to take a picture of that, Latavia, and put it in the group and tag you in it. Okay. Hey, Bev. Bev says, how do you homeschool two littles with two different learning styles? Okay. So I get this question a lot, right? I get this question a lot. What I will say to you is, first of all, grant yourself some grace because kids are trying and they will try you, right? And they won't try you intentionally. It's just the nature of who they are, right? They're little kids. But what I will say for kids with little kids, the biggest thing is a lot of people believe that lessons are supposed to be 30 and 45 minutes, an hour for a little kid. They are not supposed to be that long at all. And if you sit a kid down for 30 minutes trying to teach them something, you're going to get on their nerves and they're going to cause you hell, to be very honest, right? They're going to be like not with it. And so it's important that you remember that based off of their age, what works for them, what's good for them. And so I do have a whole section, Bev, I think you've seen it. No, you haven't seen it. So I do have a whole section of, bear with me, let me go look. Parents and homeschooling little ones. Let's see. There's a whole thing of it, but you know what? I don't think I can. You know what? Yes, I can. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me go look. But I can look at all the sessions for homeschooling littles. I know I have a lot in homeschooling littles. And so let's look at that. Let's just see what we got here. Excuse me. Bear with me, guys. Let me get to this screen. Okay. So homeschooling littles, we have okay, homeschooling littles. Let's see. We have Love Learning with Littles with Janaea Ote. Keeping Littles Engaged with Hands-On Learning by Kiana Thomas. We have, let's see, The Modern Day One Room Schoolhouse by Cynthia Herron, and Following Their Lead from A to Z. That's again with Cynthia Herron. Okay. So there are several subjects in here, or several sessions in here that speak to homeschooling littles, y'all. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited about homeschooling littles. You're absolutely welcome, Latavia. While I'm in here, I'm just going to read them off. Okay. So again, we have homeschooling and budgeting, right? And I talked about that. So we have meal planning for the busy homeschooling family. I need that one. Homeschooling on a dime. And I've told y'all a million times before that you can homeschool for free. You don't have to buy a single piece of curriculum. The library is free every day, all day, right? And the internet is free every day, all day. You don't have to spend a dime when it comes to homeschooling. It's all up to you, right? It's what you choose. And then there's, let's see, creating your perfect homeschool budget. So there's that one as well. Homeschooling for beginners. So say you're just starting. The sessions are, there's no left behind in homeschooling. This is one of the subjects that I speak on all of the time. People tend to say, well, my child is behind, and so how do I catch them up? And there's no left behind. It's just where they are at that moment. You build upon where they are and go from there. There's no left behind. Jade Weatherington has what homeschool style works best. The things that irritate you most about your child might be their strength. Anita Gibson, what's my homeschooling style? Lakeisha Williams, starting is easy with the right tools. That's Adrienne Brown. Kiana Thomas, finding your groove as a new homeschooler. Let's see, watching the clock, crafting a homeschool schedule and routine for your family by Destiny Burns. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with Destiny Burns at all, but Destiny Burns has a whole tribe of kids, like real talk. She has a whole group of kids that she is watching the clock and creating the best schedule for all them kids, y'all. So that's a good thing as well. Now, as far as homeschooling as a single parent, I have The Value of a Village by Adira. How to homeschool as a single parent homeschooling, and then how can I homeschool if I'm a single parent? That's Jade Weatherton. And people ask that all the time, like, how is it possible for me to homeschool if I'm a single parent? And you can do it. People are literally doing it. There are speakers right there saying, here I am, I'm doing it. And since I'm doing it and I figured out a way to do it, you definitely can do it. You just might need to tweak it, which again goes back to the tailor-made homeschooling, taking all the information that you get and tweaking it, pulling it, pushing it, tearing it, ripping it, doing whatever you need to do to make your perfect fit. Working in homeschooling, we have tips on homeschooling and working outside of the home. Finding Your Core by Teresa Alexis. I read you guys' special needs. Marriage and homeschooling, homeschooling with Bay. That's with Destiny Burns. Keeping your marriage a priority when homeschooling. That's Kiana Thomas. Let's see, marriage, homeschool mindset, Teresa Alexis. And then staying in sync with your spouse. That's Nakanda Frank, okay? Let's see. And Bev says, how do you homeschool? Okay, we talked about that, right? Let's see. And then I gave you all the lists about homeschooling the littles. And let's go through homeschooling high school. Homeschooling high school. So integrating internships into the homeschool program. This says, help, I'm homeschooling a high schooler. That's by Kizzy Gray. And then Adrienne Brown has another one who is It Isn't So Hard. And Adrienne is a mom of a lot of babies as well. And she has younger ones and, older ones, but she also has some that have graduated and went to college as well. So she's been through it, all of the steps as far as that's concerned. So I tried to pull, when I was doing my speakers, I tried my best to pull speakers that I felt would be great for people in the homeschool community, right? Like not just random people saying, oh, I'm an expert. Like I try to do my research a little bit and make sure that those subjects that people were speaking about, that they were actually knowledgeable about, but also something that they were actually living on a daily basis. So again, if you're joining me, say, hey, what's up? Let me know that you're here. This is your girl, Sean Taylor, Sean, the homeschool guru. Thank you so much for joining me, Erica. If you could, everybody that is in the room, please share. Let's get some people in the room. You're welcome, Bev. I know Bev has already purchased her ticket for the conference, but I do have several different speakers out there available to help you. And then on top of that, guys, I'm excited. I'm absolutely excited because for the first time ever, I've only actually heard this one other time, but for the first time for me, in the conference group, we will be doing live panel discussions. And so what that means for us, right, is that in the conference, so the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th at 12 p.m. and 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, the actual speakers will go into a Zoom room and you guys can join us in the Zoom room as a panel discussion and ask your questions at the end. Or you guys can just watch it on Facebook live as it's going, or you can watch the recording if you miss it. And so that's something that I've never seen before, but I'm super excited about the live panel discussions because I just know that some of these subjects are going to be great for you. And let me look at some of the subjects that we're thinking about speaking of as of now. Let's see. My kids are getting on my nerves. Homeschooling isn't for everyone, okay? Socialization, is it really that big of a deal? Working in homeschooling is absolutely impossible. Let's see. I'm trying to think of something else. Let's see. I think I read all those. My family doesn't believe my kids are learning. So that's a panel discussion that we'll probably be talking about. And then my kids are getting on my nerves. That one's on there several times. I think people really like that particular subject, that my kids are getting on my nerves, because they get on our nerves. That unintentionally, right? They're just living their kid life, right? Doing what kids do. And we're adults and we're tightly wound and they're not, right? So let's see. So again, this is your girl, Shawn Taylor. If you have any questions, do me a favor and ask y'all. Listen, I'm going to tell you this. If you are considering joining the conference, but you're not sure at this point if you should join, right? You're like, I don't know. Like, here's the thing. The price goes up as of Wednesday, right? Wednesday early bird pricing is gone. It's out of there. And so then the tickets will be on sale for $20. So this is the cheapest that you will ever get it. So I'm going to suggest that even if you're considering getting it, but you're concerned about some things, maybe you're concerned that you won't be able to attend right now. Maybe you've got something planned, a hot date, vacation, something to that effect. I'm going to suggest that you go ahead and purchase your ticket now. And the reason why is because you get a year access. So it's not like the conference is just there for the 3 days. Even if you can't participate or you need to watch it later on or something to that effect, then you can do that. You have a whole entire 365 days to do that. As a matter of fact, even if you forget something and then you want to come back and rewatch it, you can rewatch it as many times as you want to. The conference group will not be closed. So you'll be able to continue to watch the live panel discussions. And what I'm thinking about doing about the live panel discussions is including them in the actual conference and then possibly closing the group down. But you will still have access to all of that stuff for 365 days. So if any point you're thinking this might be good, but I'm not going to have the time to get into it like I want to right now, I would suggest that you go ahead and purchase it now, because the tickets go up on Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Yeah, the tickets go up on Wednesday, and then once the conference is over on that Saturday, the tickets will never be sold again. So either you get in where you fit in right now at a cheaper price, or you get in where you fit in later on for a little bit more, or you just miss out altogether. And so listen to me. I'm not going to tell you to join something that's trash, that's garbage, that I haven't put my heart and soul into. So join, guys, even if it's just an inkling. If you have just an inkling, like maybe I should join, maybe I shouldn't, I don't know. If you think at any moment you should join, I suggest that you do join, okay? As I just said in the conference Facebook group, I just got $200 to help spend on curriculum giveaways. So I'm excited about that. There are Amazon gift card giveaways. There are Target card gift giveaways. Houghton Homeschooling, which I hope you guys know that I'm like super, y'all, I love Houghton right now. We're not using it as much, but I do love Houghton. Let me put that link in there for you. But Houghton Homeschool has decided to give away some membership for a little bit. So if you're thinking about doing that, then this will be a great time for you to join. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on, y'all. But it's amazing, y'all. I'm just saying, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. I'm just proud of the fact of what I'm presenting to you, that I'm not just giving you garbage, as my friend says, hot garbage, but like real stuff that you can use. Okay. Real stuff that you can use. Hold on one second. Let me get that link for you. Did it copy it? I'm going to put it in the comments for you, but they have Houghton. Oh, nope, it didn't work. Houghton has decided to give away a membership, and I'm excited about that. I think that's absolutely amazing. If you're unfamiliar with what Houghton is basically a online co-op. So they're able to join. They're able to join live in the class, or they can actually watch the recording. And they have all kind of great classes as far as that's concerned. They have decided to give us a membership, pretty much. So I'm blessed by that. I appreciate that for the support as far as that's concerned. So y'all, I'm not going to keep you long, but what I am going to say to you is, guys, again, if you are unfamiliar, if you're curious, if you want to know what had happened, If you are thinking that you want to join, whatever the case may be, I'm telling you to go ahead and join, like 100%, 100 grand, go ahead and join, because once these tickets are done on Saturday, they're not going on sale once again. They're done. They're done. So does anybody have any questions for me before I jump off of here and go be a mother? Hey, Mrs. Mack, thank you so much for joining me. If not, I'm going to jump off of here. Y'all do me a favor, set your notifications. I'm going to be doing some giveaways, show that you purchased a ticket, and I'm going to be doing something like enter it to win a consultation one-on-one, all that good stuff, okay? So y'all have an absolutely wonderful Monday. I'm going to go take my kid to go see Cruella, maybe. I don't know. She doesn't want to go, kind of wants to go, but doesn't want to go. Strictly teenager stuff, right? Y'all have an absolutely wonderful day. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Y'all continue to be blessed.